Hey guys, it's Light here, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down the new planets and locations revealed yesterday at the Starfield showcase. This video did take a while to make, so please leave a like to show your support. Also, if you want to stay up to date on coverage of this showcase, be sure to subscribe, because we're going to be covering it all here over the next few weeks. With that said, let's get straight into the video. So it has now been confirmed that we'll be able to explore over 100 solar systems and over 1,000 planets, which is absolutely insane to say the least. Obviously, the majority of these planets are going to be pretty basic, which does worry me, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. Probably just big locations for us to go and collect resources on, with just a few actual civilized planets. I will say, I'm honestly a little bit worried about this. While the concept of being able to explore over 1,000 planets sounds amazing, if all of these planets are just completely empty and randomly generated landscapes, it's gonna feel a little pointless in my opinion. Like, what is the point in it? You might as well just put the resources on an actual planet rather than just make me go and explore a big old empty one. But nonetheless, I am still looking forward to it. So, the first location we see here is Crete, a moon of Aleson. I think I'm saying that correctly. This is the location we saw in the first teaser trailer that I did just play in the beginning of the video. Now, unfortunately, we don't know much about said moon, but we do know that we will be exploring it during the very early part of the game. We know that there is some kind of abandoned facility / lab here, and that we will be fighting the Crimson Fleet here very early in the game. And then we see New Atlantis, which we now know is located on the planet Jennison. Obviously, we already know a lot about this city, so I won't waste too much time talking about it. It is the capital of the United Colonies, and also it appears to be where Constellation is based. And then we see some of Aquila City, which looks awesome. Aquila City is the home to the Freestar Collective. Again, we already know a lot about this location, so we're just going to move past it in order to not waste time. Now, there is a lot of random planets and moons and shit that we see throughout this trailer. I can't break them all down because we'll be here for hours. I will talk about them towards the end of the video though. They all look really awesome. They all seem to be home to their sort of unique enemies, which is cool. Some have dinosaurs, some have these weird spider monster things. All of these locations look awesome. Now, I do really want to take a minute and just talk about this 1,000 planets thing and how it's going to kind of work. A lot of people, understandably, are thinking that they're going to be randomly generated, kind of like a Minecraft world. And while that does make sense, I personally hope that it isn't the case. I feel like it will just cause weird glitches and bugs, like rocks floating in the air or grass snapping through buildings and shit. I personally would rather these planets just be small but actually built by Bethesda themselves. I mean, to do that with 1,000 planets is a lot of work, but if they're kind of small, and considering Bethesda has been working on Starfield since like 2016, it is possible. Now, I wouldn't mind randomly generated worlds. Again, I just worry about bugs and glitches. Obviously, you kind of have to take that into consideration, especially when you're talking about Bethesda, right? I think that we are going to probably get a confirmation on this on the 14th, we'll just have to wait and see, but I do want to talk about actual exploration here. So Todd does confirm that we can land pretty much anywhere we want on any planet. We see this here, which shows us a lot of information. We can scan the planet, no idea what that means. Maybe if we scan it, that's what brings up this little side menu here. But on the side menu, we see a whole bunch of information on the planet, and this is actually shown for multiple locations. So it's safe to assume that we can see all of this information on every planet that we visit. We see the type of planet, aka what biomes it has, how much gravity it has, which is cool. That kind of confirms every planet will actually let us move differently, jump and land slower, etc. And next we see temperature. I wonder if they've actually implemented some Skyrim Fallout 4 survival stuff here, where if it's too hot or too cold, we'd have to adjust our clothing so that we would survive. We see a whole bunch of pretty self-explanatory information here, so I won't go too deep into it. We do see a land button, which pretty much confirms what I said in my video yesterday. While there is manual spaceflight, we can't actually manually land our ships. It will be like a little animation, which honestly doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I actually like it a lot. I love the look of these new animations in the game, not just the landing, but like the facial expressions, how the NPCs move. Bethesda has really stepped their game up when it comes to animation. And then zooming out, of course, we see all of the different planets that we can explore. Obviously the system's sun, a few gas giants, and even which faction kind of owns the solar system. It might not mean that they own it. I think it could just mean that this faction has the most sort of say or presence here. We see an ice planet here, which is awesome. You guys know I absolutely love snow and ice kind of terrains in my game. I just think it looks beautiful. They do, of course, then go on to confirm over 100 systems. We see the map here, we see our player icon kind of showing us where we are right now. And then we do see a few little space icons. I'm not really sure what they mean. I think it could possibly just mean like, hey, there's a spaceship over here. Because I'm not sure what else it would be. I believe that these little white dots here are the solar systems, and we'll kind of zoom into them or click on them to view the actual map of that solar system. Now there is a set course button here. I wonder if this just sort of puts a waypoint on our screens for us to follow, or if we can make our ship go into an autopilot mode so we don't actually have to fly it. That would definitely be cool. I know I'm going to love flying in this game, but I'm definitely not going to want to do it myself every single time. So I am really hoping for some type of fast travel system or autopilot system personally. And then of course they go on to show a whole bunch of locations. We see some desert planets, a snow planet, we see what looks like neon here, some more snow planets, which I'm loving, a planet that looks to be covered in crystals. I'm wondering if this is the same location as shown here, a greenish planet with some kind of weird monster dinosaur thing, another greenish planet with some dinosaurs. Dude, I can't wait to land on these planets and see fucking dinosaurs. This game just looks insane and I'm so ready to play it. We see a kind of tropical planet here. Now a lot of people believe that this is Mars. I honestly don't see it. I guess it's because this little guy looks a little bit like the Mars rover. Again, I really don't think that this is Mars, but hey, I could be wrong, you never know. And then finally, this shot looks like it could be us jumping through space. This could possibly be the fast travel system that we spoke about just a moment ago. Honestly guys, there's so much to explore. I'm so excited. One of my favourite things about BGS games is the exploration, so all of this just hit the nail right on the head for me. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. I think tomorrow we're going to be covering the character customization and the character traits and backgrounds, so if you want to stay tuned for that, be sure to subscribe. Again, if you did enjoy today's video, please do drop it a like, and with that said, thank you all for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.